We are many. Those that live beyond the veil of darkness, where nightmares are born. Sanity knows no bounds, and men's thrives on the suffering of the damned. Rot in the solace, in the souls of the weak, souls of the weak. We have taken refuge here among the mortals, in hope of harvest for my innocence. Tread lightly in the search for the voices and stories of the departed, for in shadow hides the evil that lurks within. As the light dies and slowly becomes night, the realm of spirits rule the world. In the darkness of your mind hides your own hidden demons, and brings to life your deepest fear. Do you have what it takes to speak to the dead? Do you accept your own mortality in the search for life after life? Have you ever seen a ghost, spirit, or demon? Have the lights flickered and the room became as cold as death itself? Maybe you have. Maybe it was your own subconscious preparing you for death. Come spend some of what's left of your own existence in our search for the answers that are hidden behind the veil. Shed off the blinders and open your mind's eye and listen to their stories. We are they. We are Incarnate Paranormal.
And what is up, everybody? How y'all doing? And Deads, I see you resubscribe for 25 months. Remind me tomorrow night. I'll do your beans. My stomach still ain't right. It's if I ain't better by Wednesday, I'm going to the doctor. I'm a fucking wreck right now, and I don't want to put anything in there to kind of make it worse. So unfortunately, I'm gonna owe you 2 beans for now. I hope you don't mind. My health actually has to come first on this one, and this is kind of the worst it's ever been. Uh, Good thing is I took some Pepto today, and it's so far it's working. So far, which is good. Uh, it's been busy. Yeah, we're kind of putting away some gear, extra gear from Blink 182. We are preparing the Chicks. I still call them the Dixie Chicks. Sorry, they always will be. Uh, and a couple other things. Transfers getting ready to go out. So, been busy at work. Today was rough. I probably should have called in, but yeah, no. Oh, I said that like right before COVID started when we were preparing the gear. I said, "Oh, so we got the Dixie Chicks," and they're like, "No, it's the Chicks." It's like it's the Dixie Chicks. They always will be. They're never gonna. Well, they changed their name. You need to call it right. Calm down, sunshine. If you're that offended by a band name, you shouldn't be working for them in the first place. It was one of those people. It's like if you're offended that they change it from the Dixie Chicks to the Chicks, and yeah, just because they changed their name, you're okay with that. Not the fact they used to call themselves that. That changes everything. Not so much, but okay. I was like, and I let it go. I'm like, I'm not gonna risk my job for this. It ain't worth it. It's this is society that has no idea. But anyways, Last night we left off on Dead's H1N. We left in the infirmary. We were an hour 123:23 into the recorder. They can call these nuts, right? You know, I was talking to one of the guys that worked today about it, and he's like, dude, he goes, they'll always be the Dixie Chicks to me, too. And I was like, yeah, you get it. He goes, they're called the Chicks. We have to do that at work, but they started with it. They'll always be known as it by their fans. And then it's like I make the debate. I remember there was a point when Shania Twain said she doesn't want her fans wearing cowboy hats to her concert because she was crossing over to more pop. These are your fans. You want to basically tell your fans, okay, this is my old music, this is my new music. I don't want you celebrating my old music. I only want you focusing on my new music. At that point, for me, it's I'll find another artist to support. You're soft. They're not even soft. They're weak. I'm not going to even dignify that as a response. You know, it's like they're not soft. They're weak. They're feeble. And we'll leave it at that. Let me go listen to their old music. I wouldn't put Pussy down that much. I'm sorry. They're feeble-minded and they're weak. I wouldn't put Pussy down that much. Sorry. Good times create soft men create hard times. Yeah. But it's bad out there, but whatever. We're here to enjoy the paranormal. And again, Grinch, I don't know if you caught it. There's going to be no everything donated or bits or whatever. It's going to be done it'll be made up when my stomach is better. My stomach is still way off. And I had scrambled eggs and toast for dinner. It's like that's how gentle I'm treating my stomach right now. Usually it would have been a burger or a steak. And I'm eating basically breakfast for dinner so I don't jack my stomach even more. Yeah, it's beyond worse than bubble guts. Luckily today it wasn't all liquid. Let's just put it that way and I'll leave it at that. But like I said, I took Pepto and that kind of put a cork in it. Yeah, we're going to find, when we're up in Reno, we're going to find someplace nice to eat. Yeah, that's for damn sure. I didn't mind the food at the diner there at the hotel. Wasn't bad. Granted, they were they closed the Mexican restaurant and used it as a diner. Hopefully they have the construction finished and they have both restaurants back open. But that remains to be seen right now. Anyways, guys, let's get to some audio. Otherwise, I'm going to be spending the whole show talking. But I do want to bring up a post from Facebook from earlier today. Deds actually gave it a like. He saw it. This is from a gentleman named Chris Houston. Pretty big in the paranormal field. And I'd like to go over it with you guys while we're listening for EVPs. And I'm going to quote him directly on this. There are 20 things that he wrote down. And I think it's going to be good for this show. And this is directly his words. A uniquely funny thing about the mainstream paranormal world, you ask. Well, there's many. Here's a few. 20 weird truths about paranormal mainstream today. And this is something that I 100% agree with. There's one in there that I don't, but we'll get to that one. Number one, no matter how you explain the education, science, and logical methods that are used, people will simply jump back into the ones they feel that are often truth uh, that are truth are often false instead. Mainly TV, all the general myths, so they fall into bad habits. Number two, 90% within never use popular knowledge over wanted experience. Yeah. Uh, Proper knowledge, scroll down in the channel and see my library. I use proper knowledge. I try my best to use proper knowledge. Number three, more often than not, faith interferes with reality. And I say this on many shows. Too many people bring religion into it. That's why every now and then I'll disagree with Ed and Lorraine Warren because they brought a lot of religion into it. Everybody has a different religion, different beliefs, different paths. So, yeah, you got to keep it in the back of your mind, but not necessarily on the table. Four. Oh, I love this one. Common gadgets often used for entertaining means first on TV that can be fully explained become the woodworks for areas where much more extensive and expensive tools are used to fit the need for a common person to mimic instead of learning. SLS, phone apps, spirit boxes, echo boxes. Yeah, thermal cameras. Use basics. And this one I chuckle at. Why? I'm a streamer. Somehow every person with a YouTube channel, documentary, to past, present on TV become the lead way to facts over factual truths every time. This is one I semi disagree with. Not every time. How many times have I tried to portray fact? What have I said about the paranormal? It's best guess. Nobody knows anything about the paranormal for sure. It's all theory. We all know this. Or what I've tried to help teach you guys. It's best guess, it's theory. And we hope we come up with the right answer based on our research. Oh, this ties into TV so well. Absolutely everyone thinks that taking a camera to any location will catch a ghost. Time out. I think that's us. Yep, that's us in the background. Science is best guess, my boy. Yes. And and Grinch, this is for the most part. You know, this is 98%. You know, you're not going to catch it on camera every freaking time. You know, and this is why I kind of gave up on a lot of the TV shows. Ooh, look at the shadow. No, that's your shadow coming from the light behind you. Sorry. No one listens to the few on the right track, but everyone will create their own track to confuse a lot of art of truly looking. Yeah, I feel this pain. No matter what I've tried to teach people from my experiences, my research, uh, yeah, and I get laughed at sometimes. It's like, hey, you're a hack. I'm going, this is shared experience from other investigators, from my research, from books, from actual reputable people. And I've formed my own conclusions based on multiple sources. Everyone's wrapped up on titles, yet 90% have no education in the titles they seek. Yes, I'm a lead investigator. I'm not going to say that one because this one's going to touch on one later. I'll make the comment. Everyone's caught up on titles. I'm the team psychic. I'm the team medium. No, you're not. True psychics, true mediums, 1 out of 1,000, maybe. But everybody who goes on an investigation, I'm a psychic or a psychic or a psychic medium or whatever. I'm a professional. No, you're not. I'm an expert. No, you're not. Number 9, most want to find unexpected and often unexplained event, but once they do, they run directly in the opposite direction. Yeah, I mean, that's. You've heard me find the unexpected on here, and I know some of the history to go with it, so I don't necessarily run in the opposite direction, but I do run a thin line on it because there could be several explanations. 10. No, no one truly understands the definition of paranormal, often categorizing it only with one segment, area, or situation. How many times have you heard me talk about intelligent, residual, anything else, all the different possibilities? You know, human, where we're poisoning the environment ourselves. The titles only display seniority one-off. You have to be in that much of a measuring contest with the team. The team won't last. And that's I'll say this is one thing that happened with Sin City Paranormal. When Brian brought me in as an assistant director, few of the people didn't like that too much. It's like, and Brian trusted me explicitly with the team. I brought the logo, I brought some investigations, I was able to help clients, and a lot of people were offended by that, or maybe they felt threatened by it. And we had like 4 people quit. That's on them, that's not on me. Yeah, maybe I've stepped a little bit too hard, but I did it for the better of the team, not for the better of myself. But Deds is right, the team won't last. And we all see what happened with that. And this is what I was just talking about. Everyone today is a psychic something. Yet 98% will get almost all of that something wrong. I would go higher and say 99%. Oh no, we got a female spirit in here. This is the men's ward. This is isolation for men. There's no women ever in this part of the building. No. 12. No matter how many times you explain dust is dust, water is water, elements are elements, somehow a face will begin to show up in that silly little circle every time an insect will fly through walls, a cobweb will become a ghost, and much more. How many times have you heard me preach on this one? Dust, moisture, lens flare, pareidolia, exactly. How many times have I preached this on this show? We're over 400 shows. I've probably done it on at least 250 where I've gone off on dust or lens flare. 13. Hardly anyone asks the right questions. They simply end at common assumptions alone. You've heard me try to have conversations with the spirits. Hardly anyone is right. What's your name? How old are you? What'd you do to get in here? When did you die? How did you die? What year did you die? Do you know what year it is? And then they leave. Hey, my name's Brent. What's your name? Come on over here and sit down and tell me about yourself. That's like, who's your favorite sports team? What do you miss most about the outside world? Is there anything I can tell you about the outside? You have a message for your family. You've heard me state all these things. So yeah, this Chris is spot the fuck on with these statements, and I'd like to shake his hand for writing this. Legends and myth often become reality, and that want from average people to believe over truly understanding what goes on, what goes past and alone in culture today. Yeah, absolutely. It's You don't want to find out the truth. You believe the old wives' tales. The old folklore. Instead of searching for fact, you believe the stories. That's why I go into locations blind. You don't fall into the hype. 15. Apparently dark or strange clothing, weird hats, odd hairdos, creepy jewelry, weird logos, neon bright yellow or green additions, long hair or goatees, tattoos, and oddly unusual appearances are the average and normal thing to expect. Go look at half the paranormal teams out there. That's all I'm going to say. You get these female psychics, and excuse me for saying it like this, but I'm going to stereotype. They're overweight with multiple piercings, multiple tattoos, with weird clothing, claiming they're either a black witch, a white witch, a psychic medium, an healer, or clairvoyant. It's not out of the ordinary. Go look at every paranormal page you could find on Twitch, on Facebook, and tell me I'm wrong. That sounds like a cat. That's a cat. Uh, 16. People spend more time arguing as developers of new stylish ideas to advance real methods over false, than actually developing things that could make real avenues to search any unknown factor. People are too caught up on technology. And I'll say this without much hesitation. The only piece truly, we're going to take digital recorders, we're going to take recorders and cameras out of the equation here. Because everybody carries a camera, everybody carries a digital recorder or a video camera, something in those lines. The only true piece of equipment, technology-wise, in my personal opinion, that should be considered is a laser grid. It's something breaks the beams. It's either going to be dust, a shadow, a spirit, or your personal movement. Light sometimes will break the beams, but not to the effect of evidence. Just my opinion on that one. I could be way off base, but ditch the high-end technology. If someone does not like your idea, then they have to bully you out over... Oh, let me get this right. If someone does not like your idea, then they have to bully you out over, discuss, and learn that the paranormal is not all about them, instead of often while both are absolutely and 100% not on the right track in the first place. People don't want to discuss it anymore. Their evidence is solid. You can debunk it 10 ways from Sunday, and so can 5,000 other people. You can't convince them, so they're going to trash you. They're going to go onto your page. They're going to call you out under any circumstances possible. Oh, he's a phony. He's a fake. He's being a bully. He's not being understanding. He's not trying to learn. He's just trying to see things his own way. No, and that falls back into dust, moisture, lens flare. No, it's called pareidolia. We can break it down. We can explain it to you. Your spirit box caught a radio station, not a spirit's voice. How do you know that? I live in that area. I can identify the DJ's voice. I mean, come on. It's like I'm gonna try to teach you to be a better investigator because that's why I'm in the field. I want to get the evidence. Yes, I want to become a better investigator and learn the stories of these locations as I investigate them. But I also want to help every other team that I can so they don't make the same mistakes that I've made in the past. But I get trashed for it. And it's sad. There's no paranormal unity right now. Not like it should be. There is a few teams, but the rest of them, what I say is gospel. Your page has got 200 likes, and you've investigated 7 times in the past 2 years. You're not that credible. Sorry. 18. Fame and passion seems to be more important than factually diving through real looks, real fringe sciences, real explanations, and real true story study and research. Why? Because fame, thrills, and enjoying the thought of paranormal is a lot more fun than the paperwork, often vigorous testing and truths to the many involved. I can 100% contest to this. Yes. I used to be one of the ones, it's like I've been offered a TV show. I've been offered to be on TV shows. I wouldn't mind it, but they don't want the truth. They want the popularity, the upper ups. They don't care about the evidence. They'll produce their own evidence. They don't want the truth, the science, the history, the stories. They want to be number one in the network. That's it. They want to be number one in the network. And they don't give two shits about you as long as you bring viewers. 19. Hardly no one gives credit to those that do spend time and efforts to entertain you weekly, but everyone will damn sure find reasons to complain about them all without doing the work themselves. Do I need to dive into this one? We're over 400 shows in, analyzing evidence, and I've had your guys' help, and I'm forever grateful for it. How many people have dropped in to be like, I want to see what you're really doing? This is, you're analyzing evidence. Let's see if you're doing it right. But people, like I said, people don't want the truth. They don't want the work. They don't want to put in the work. All they want is results. All people want anymore is results. They don't care about the work that went into getting it. And that's cold, hard facts. It's a dangerous truth. Me, I could sit here for days doing this because I love it. I love listening for that evidence, watching for that one thing that's just off. You guys do too. But we've had people come in, spend 5 minutes and leave. It's boring. This is a real paranormal. Sorry. This isn't Ghost Adventures. This isn't, Ghost Hunters. This isn't, Destination Fear. This isn't Paranormal Brothers. This isn't the Holzer Files. This is what you don't see on the show. This is behind the scenes. This is what you should be learning before you enjoy the show. Because, and I've told people this, spend a week watching this show, the way we analyze evidence. Then go watch the TV shows. I'm going to tell you now, and I've caught this on, I'll tell you right now, several episodes of Ghost Adventures. They missed evidence. They missed EVPs. You can hear the recordings. Go back on past shows. they've missed evidence. So learn it and practice it. That way you know what to look for, and you'll enjoy the show so much more if you do. But then again, you'll also hate them that much more. Be like, this isn't right. Because they've also misanalyzed evidence. And you'll pick up on it a lot quicker, and you're going to be like, I can do better myself. And you'll get into the field and enjoy it so much more. And this number 20. Many more hide behind the idealism of Hollywood as a cure to knowledge than to really dive into the fact that the few with the knowledge already have spoken to networks and consultants the whole time. Exactly what I just said. I won't do it unless it's the truth. But Hollywood is not the cure. Hollywood is the curse. And it'd be better to get funding like Project Fear did, no longer Destination Fear. Get funding and do a show through YouTube. Bring the users over there and get away from the networks. Now, you can always go to some place like Tubi or Hulu and all that. Send it to the producers there or the upper ups, and you will have a possibility for a show on there as long as you make it clear this is what we're doing. And if they say no, keep it to YouTube. You set your own rules. You produce it how you want to produce it. And you decide what's real and what's not, and show your audience the difference. That's the 20. Hope I didn't bore you guys too much on that one. And that took like 20 minutes to do. Holy shit. God, I got long-winded. And again, thank you to Chris Houston for that, if you happen to see this. Hey, did we lose Grinch? So yeah, I needed content for tonight, and that gave me some content. I read that and I'm going, I gotta use this on the show. You know, touching on Grinches, it took my house friends nearly 2 years to trust us enough to show themselves off on camera. Just like anybody else, you make friends with them. It takes time. Just like just because they don't have a physical form, it's like, yeah, guys, you're welcome here as long as you don't cause problems. And they recognize your energy over and over, and yeah, they eventually come around. I'd like to see them on camera if you've got a clip of it. Slow night on EVPs, ain't it? That's going to be in on section 1. Let's get section 2 loaded up. Alright. Files. No, I don't want to save. 2. All right. Section 2 ain't looking the greatest either. Let's get the vocals done, and we're gonna dive right into it. See how long this takes tonight. We've got about an hour, not quite an hour left in the show. Gives us some time to hopefully get at least 1 or 2 EVPs. Not holding my breath. Let's see if Brent can hold his breath until we get the next EVP. Wait. Brent's not on camera. Did he pass out? Wait, he's dead. Oh my God. All right, we almost there. Good. All right, let's get through this. Do a quick scan here. Maybe something there. Some possibilities in here. Some definite possibilities. We might be way off on that 700 guess. We might be way the hell off. At this point, I'd be shocked if we got 500. Unless night 3 just sets it off. Which I'm thinking it's going to. Night of play, night of rest, night of play. Math might play into this. We'll have to see. But like I said, we still got a long way to go. death row. Okay, we should be all right. It's a little disheartening. 143 days until NSP Part 4. It's creeping up, guys. Creeping up. Hopefully that's not a motorcycle. What the hell was that? A couple little ways. Hopefully I'm just not hearing shit. It wouldn't surprise me one bit, but yeah, it was nothing. It's actually the kids outside playing in the courtyard. Oops. Yeah, they're out there being real loud. Like I can hear it through the freaking headphones, which is a little annoying. But kids are being kids. I'm actually surprised Jack hasn't jumped up on my lap. I really hate those cars. I don't know, guys. Damn. How much is on section 3? Almost 2 hours. Okay, so we have probably pretty damn close to 6 hours total on this recorder. And I was thinking about it again today. I'm curious to what the maids, when they cleaned my room this last investigation of gold dust, thought when they saw over 100 batteries in the trash. This is the slowest recorder. You're not lying. We got 2 EVPs. The last one was 43 minutes in on section 1. I think I'm going to mess with them this year. I'm going to leave a note saying, don't worry, they weren't for the toys. I'm going to mess with them. Now, the funniest thing to do would be, of course, I'll leave a tip on the table this year, but find a cheapest vibrator you can find, snap it in half, leave it on the freaking dresser with the batteries in the trash can. With a fucking bottle of KY and a condom. And really, really mess with housekeeping. Wasn't it closer to 13 rather than 10? Just saying. Yeah, you might want to take a picture of the screen. I'm crossing my fingers on that. I really don't want to see the prison. I just want to see the graveyard. I want to see John Hancock's grave firsthand and get a picture kneeling next to it. You know, the fact, just have the chance to kneel next to that. The chance to kneel next to that grave. This man right up here on the top left. Even just give me 30 minutes and let me do an EVP session at his grave. Ray one at first one executed by hanging. Exactly. I found there's an article somewhere that I have in my bookmarks explaining his whole story up to the point from his crimes, his travels, his crimes, all the way up to the point when he was hung. And it's like, these kids outside need to shut up. I'm starting to think they're EVPs. I really wanted to find out which gravestone is G. John's and do an EVP session there as well, but we don't know which one it is, and we really weren't supposed to be up there, and Susan didn't even know that. So, yeah. But John Hancock's definitely want to do an EVP session there. Yeah, this recorder's definitely on the whack side. Definitely getting nothing out of it. And the stream just froze. No, there it is. I thought something froze. I was like, please don't. Just please don't. No, we don't want to save it. Shit. Section 3 might be a little bit of the same. We'll investigate together at some point, of course. I mean, probably a couple times during the night. That's going to be a given. I'm not going to let her not experience it without me around, or Susan or Chris, because I want her to have the same experiences that you did on your first ones, Deads. I want her to have that, holy shit, he wasn't joking, response to it. That memorable, like, I want to come back here. This was fun. Not just, oh my God, he brought us and he ditched us. No, I'm not going to do that. I want you to experience what he did. And, yeah, take you guys around for a little bit, let you go on your own for a little bit, join back up, go back, and just vice versa all the way through the night. And it's, yeah, the fact that I had my necklace pulled, Chris got scratched, you got touched, and what, 2 different locations? I want her to have that same experience. And it'll happen. She'll probably get up in women's more than likely. So I hope she enjoys that part because that's going to be the telltale sign whether she doesn't tuck tail and run. Because some of those experiences in there, my first time, were like, do I really want to do this? Yeah, I ain't going to be no punk. I haven't had a lot of activity in women's ever, probably because I'm a man. So it's hit and miss. This recorder's probably going to be complete trash. Yeah, it's like they were laughing about it too. It's like, yeah, we went up to women's. Well, you're a woman in women's. It's gonna happen. I could go up there and say, hey, Susan sent me to talk to you. Could you come out and talk, please? They're not gonna do it because I'm a man. They hate men. I mean, whatever. But we kept getting evidence too, and they're like, we had it up in 12, we had it in 9, we had it in 9, we had it in 11, we had it in culinary, we had it on death row. We had activity in virtually every single place we went into, minus 13. And I got to figure which one 13, which recorder's 13, because I think we're going to do it next just to get it out of the way. I know it's probably going to be a dead ass recorder, but we got to go through it. Now, if we at least get 1 or 2 EVPs out of it, I'm okay with that. But we better get at least 1 or 2. But remember, not all the other teams went up to, 6 through 13. I think minus night 3, we're the only ones who went up there on both night 1 and 2. So we had the upper yard to ourselves, which I want to focus more on that this year. I think probably night 3, I'm going to put recorders in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. I'm going to have 8 recorders on each building on the upper yard and see what we get. Because I think that's going to be probably our best bet. My feelings could change by then, but we'll see. But remember, let's figure this out. I don't even remember how much we had the first year. Our first year was, we had 436 the first year. So that's the numbers. First year we had 436. Second year we had 469. Third year we're currently at 344. So that is 890, 90, 905, 905. We're at 1249 right now overall EVPs. I think, if my math is right. We're at 1249 on 3 investigations of the prison. Yeah, night 3 made night 1 look tame, especially on personal experiences. So I'm hoping we got some of that on recording and camera. Because if not, night 3 might be a flop. Because, like I said, if we got it on camera or recorder, it's going to take us 2 months to go through all the evidence, if not more. I got to add those numbers real quick. 436 plus 469 plus 344 equals 1249. Yep, 1249. My math is right. Shocking on that one. From Pitney? Oh, yeah. But remember also, my GoPro did die in Pitney's. And I had to switch a battery. Hopefully we got it. If not, we're going to have my recorder, your recorder, and the recorder that was sitting on the nightstand. We had 3 digital recorders in that cell at the same time. So we're not going to catch something. Especially when we got to the Yo Mama jokes. I cannot wait for the responses to the Yo Mama jokes. So we're at 7 minutes. Let me write that down. Anyways, on that note, I am going to call it right here. We made it. Well, we didn't get bupkis on the rest of the first recorder. Section 2 of the recorder, garbage. Section 3, we're only 7 minutes in. We got a long way to go. We got another hour and 35 minutes to go on it. We're going to dig back into that tomorrow night and definitely see what happens. So, everybody, Deads, thank you so much for the resub. Forgot to throw the thank you out. Thank you. I still owe you the spin for the beans. We'll get to that. Grinch, if you're lurking, anybody else who is lurking, thank you so much for tuning into the show and just kind of being in the shadows. Please, if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, hit the follow, and come back tomorrow night as we continue into Night 2, Dead's H1N Pro in the Infirmary. When I'm stomach's back up to par, I appreciate that. Well, I don't know when that's going to be at this point because it still feels hollow. Anyways, guys, have a great night. God bless, and thank you again. And the people on YouTube need to be here when it's live. Exactly. Because I know there's people who watch us on YouTube. Please get your asses over here and watch live. I'm not going to even say butts anymore. Get your asses in the seats here. Thank you. Anyways, guys, have a great night. God bless, and I'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks again.